Изменить поведение. Выбрать новый режим. Выбрать новую цель. Вернуться к началу. Все. Пусть стреляют друг в друга. С этим покончено, с этим все сделано. Здесь ничего интересного. Возвращаемся, тогда идем к нашей основной цели. Хотя я уже перебил всех, видимо, дронов. Но... Так, стоп. Как мне туда, собственно, попасть? Не понимаю немножко. Сюда куда-то? Наверное, да. Но это не точно. Ну, отключим в городе, что нам? Нам-то вообще без разницы.
Excuse me, ma'am. Look, I know you want your power regulator and all, but I just gotta ask you.
Давай.
Do you understand what you're about to do? I don't think you should cut off Edgewater's power. I think it would be cruel. I'm sorry. That just sort of came out all at once. Edgewater's hurting. We've been losing workers year after year, and corporate hardly ever sends replacements. There's barely enough Saltuna to fill our bellies anymore. But the town's got some good people in it. Decent, hard-working folk just living their lives the only way they know how. They don't deserve to be punished.
И что ты предлагаешь?
That sure sounds like Mr. Thompson. If he was standing here, I imagine he'd remind us of how we're all one big, happy Spacer's Choice family. In Mr. Thompson's eyes, those deserters are still part of the Spacer's Choice family. The family must work together in order to survive. I hate to say it, but I think Mr. Thompson's got a point. Unless those deserters come back, Edgewater's as good as dead. Cutting off their power might be the only way. Miss McDevitt's built something beautiful. Somehow she's talked the ground into giving life again. It's plain to see she's made the Vale a better place. Fed the hungry, tended the sick. Gave a home to those that had none. But Miss McDevitt delights in Edgewater's suffering. She wants to hurt the town. Do you really want to be party to that kind of hatred?
Ну ок, всё.
Sorry, I didn't mean to babble on like that. I felt like I had to say
Отрублю
something.
тогда на плантацию.
Really? I mean, wow. Thanks. No one's ever told me those words in that order.
Так, подожди. Конфетки какие-то. Так. Статус. Так, та-та-та-та-та. Продолжить. Перенаправить питание на Эджоутер. Все. Ну все, пойдем отсюда. Только где достать регулятор мощности? Так, тут что? А, ну тут я был уже. Хорошо. Так, дневник. Дневник. Убедить дезертиров вернуться. Чужак. Пойдем. А, так... Стоп. Где выход? Убедить дезертиров вернуться. Ха! Я могу их перестрелять. И они не переубедятся. Почему-то мне так кажется. Так, подожди. Все. Так. О, кстати, а где это я патрон нашел? Подожди, я одними патронами, что ли, стреляю? А вот это мне не нравится. Я уж лучше тогда дробовик сюда поставлю. Ух ты ж, сколько на него патронов-то. Как он стреляет-то, вроде неплохо. Надо будет опробовать на ком-нибудь. Так, F5. F5. Так, чё тут у нас? Все уже ушли? Молодцы какие. Энергии-то больше нет у вас, да? Сидят, греются возле одного. Так, тихо.
That's the thing about growing old. Your eyes start to fail. Elsewise, I would have seen you for the snake that you are, chopped you into pieces and roasted you on a spit. This is all you're doing. Cutting off my power, killing off my garden. Without refrigeration, my food will spoil, and my flock will starve. I want to ask you this in private, away from the eyes of my flock, so they do not see me lose my temper. Tell me, why did you do it?
Так.
You want my flock wasting their lives in that cannery? Fine. Go and talk to them.
Поговорю.
Go talk to Grace and Thomas. Look them in the eye and tell them their life here is over, and the only thing left to do is go back to Edgewater.
Запросто, мне-то что? Я регулятор мощности заберу и все. И улечу.
You tell Reed Thompson that I will never return to Edgewater. I would rather die among my flowers than live under
Ты
his
прямо сейчас
management.
умрешь. Ну, Рид тот еще подонок.
You offering to cross Reed off, huh? This some sort of twisted
Ну, что-то
reparation
типа
for what
того,
you've
да.
done?
Люблю сеять
Or you
хаос.
just looking for a chance to sow some chaos? Kill Reed if you must, or talk him into leaving if you can. He and I are not sharing the same four walls together. Tell Reed that I can make his people healthy again. I can end their plague. Start a new garden right in the cannery. 3 square meals for every man and woman in Edgewater. Tell him how I've made the Vale bloom again. The soil has whispered its secrets to me. And
Передам.
I alone know how to breathe life back into the earth. The secret is human corpses. I've been grinding them up in my fertilizer for years. Marauder, worker, don't matter much to me. The
Ты еще
human
из
body
людей
is
удобрения
rich with
делаешь.
nutrients. Edgewater cemetery's got corpses aplenty, enough for a generation's worth of crops. My son worked in that cannery. When the plague started coming, he was one of the first to fall sick. We had a store of medicine locked away, but Reed refused to treat him. Said my boy didn't deserve treatment. Said the medicine would have been wasted on him. So I buried my boy in the cemetery, gathered my belongings, and left.
Ну да.
That's as much of the story as you need to hear.
Так, сейчас... О. Карманные часы. Так, слышите, пацаны. Здорово.
Everybody keeps staring at me. It's not my fault the power's dead. Whoa, Miss Parvati. Hey, you're, what, how are you? Hi. Whoa.
Ты дурак?
Are you, are things safe out here? How are you keeping?
Great, just great. I've been trying to keep stuff running, just like you. Only I'm not so... Wait, they didn't kick you out, did they?
Oh gosh, no. I'm just along with this lady here.
I seen you wandering around here. You don't look like you're coming from town.
Я и не из города.
Never heard it phrased in such a way before. I guess we're all trying to get our ships off the ground, ain't we? Sorry, I just wasn't sure if you were from town or if you were one of us. Something's been chewing at me, you see. Fact is, I've been, well, lying. To everybody here. Camp thinks I'm a mechanical genius, but I couldn't fix a busted chair. I'll take all the help I can get. I set my mind to learning the craft of the engineer, you see. I want to make something of myself. You ever heard of the Young Spacer's Guide to Mechanical Engineering? Comes in a set of 3. If I had my hands on one of those data, I could teach myself the ins
Ну, у
and
меня
outs.
есть вроде такое.
Those are good. My dad kept a copy with him when he was working in the cannery.
I know the old community center kept a copy. Should find another one back in town. If you could find me even one of those pads,
Я нашел вроде
I'd be
один.
greatly obliged. No kidding! Really? Well, which one? The geothermal plant? Now that is just incredible! You really went exploring down there? Adelaide always told us it was swarming with hostile mechanicals.
Да, так все и
I
было.
appreciate you going through all that trouble. In fact, I put aside something special, on the off chance that somebody'd search out those data pads for me. Sure, I'd be glad to take them off your hands. I've been thinking about going back. I'm not much use to anybody here.
Да.
I get sick thinking about working at the cannery. I can't do that again.
Ну, придется поработать.
You know something? I think you're right. The town could use another engineer, and I'm on my way to becoming one. I could do a lot of good in Edgewater. Maybe even keep a garage of my own with a little workbench and my very own toolbox.
Да.
It's just... Adelaide's never gonna forgive me. Not in 100 years. I go crawling back to my old life in Edgewater, and I'm as good as
Да
dead.
все норм будет, все норм. Ты нужен.
You know where to find me.
Да. Так. Слышь, ты.
I don't know what you did to talk some sense into Zoe, but I appreciate it.
Да не за что.
The matter's been weighing on me. Zoe came back, but I couldn't keep her from slipping out in the first place. Who's to say I could keep marauders from slipping in? I don't see us lasting more than a couple of weeks out here. I'm loath to admit it. We're gonna have to make
Да
our peace
позволит
with
он вам
Thompson
вернуться.
and hope he takes us back. Listen, we go back to Reed, hat in hand, begging for our old jobs back. Well, Adelaide's not gonna forgive us. She never talked to us again. Sure, suit yourself.
Давай.
I'll be here.
Ок. Так, сейчас... Па-па-па-па-па-па-па. Мне нужно достать регулятор мощности. Он здесь как раз. Дай-ка я его заберу. И теперь уже пойду вот туда. Все кипит. Вы не боитесь, что на вас тут нападут кто-нибудь? Нет? Не, ну если нет, то ладно. А нет, как говорится, и суда нет. Так. Это город? Нет, это город дальше. О. Фига. Она что, выдвижная, что ли? Подожди. Блин. Звуки издают страшные. А, кстати, кажись, это вот в этом здании было. Нет. Вот в этом. Ну-ка. Меня хватает теперь? Хватает. Так. Пусто. Серьезно? Гранатомет? Это все? Ну. Так себе. Я бы, если бы знал, не тратил бы. Ну ладно уж, что делаешь? Чё поделаешь? Потратил уже. Так. Теперь надо побазарить с Ридом, причем очень серьезно. Edgewater. Подожди. Враги. О, нифига, злая какая. Шпрысы. Чё это? Торговец? Ну-ка. Продать можно? Так. Состояние хорошее, состояние хорошее. Это, я так понимаю, используется. Вот этот забери. Ладно. Окей. Нет, это я взламывать не буду. Я заберу отсюда всякое. Так. Второй этаж. Тихо, это ну, штуки нужные штуки. Дай мне бальзам туф. Пойдем отсюда дальше. Два. А тут 0 все надо, да? Сберем. Стоп, пивас. Все, пойдем. И в город. Так. Мне нужно к Риду, да? Ну, пойдем к Риду. Поехали. Подожди, а что у меня вообще по заданиям? Побочное задание. Напуганный инженер. Лекарство из тайника. Ладно. А можно как-то их тоже... Нет, только одно можно. Ладно, ладно. Итак, Рид. Поговорим?
This is a fine day, friend. Power flows through our town like a cool stream of water. I trust Adelaide's people have seen their way to reason. So, when can I expect them back at their posts? Then we're at an impasse. Stewardship over this town has been entrusted to me by Spacer's choice. I am not perfect. I have made my share of mistakes. But I have done my best for this town. I am not without compassion for Abernathy's predicament, but the plague has taken a hard toll on us all. I am a Spacer's Choice man. My father was a Spacer's Choice man. Edgewater may not look like much to some buttoned-up
Я тебе просто сообщил.
But it is my home. I don't believe you. Plague's a reality of life. Best
Чего?
treatment
Ты
is a good
больной?
work ethic. The very notion is just grotesque. A raw
Сырые
vegetable? Why don't you just ask me to go chew
Почему
the bark
сырые?
off of a tree?
Приготовленные.
We are a Spacer's Choice Saltuna cannery. We eat Saltuna here, and only Saltuna. I don't understand. You say Adelaide's growing her own food, but that should not be possible. The soil's gone sour. Company said as much. Our own botanists couldn't grow decent crops for us, so the company got rid of them and shut down the greenhouse. You'll excuse me for being skeptical. How exactly is Adelaide growing crops in barren soil?
Так, ну...
If Adelaide's found a way to feed her people and cure the plague, then she deserves herself
Нифига.
this more than I do.
Не ожидал.
I won't stand in her way. My life here is ended. Give me a little time to settle my affairs. I'm
Whoa.
sure Adelaide will be glad to see the back of me. A couple months ago, I might have put in for a transfer. It's a big colony. Spacer's Choice has other towns. Now, I couldn't show my face in any of them. I have always tried to do right by my town. It has never been easy. I do. Adelaide's found a cure for the plague, and she knows how to tend to crop. She's what this town needs.
Лол. Вот это поворот. Пойдем отсюда, пойдем к Аделаиде. Скажем, мол, погнали в город. Да? Порвать. Ой. Да ну нафиг, у меня и так куча всего. Так, посмотри, тут одни полицейские ходят в этом городе. Отлично, сейчас мы тогда быстрый переход сделаем. Ой, это что за рыба такая? Это рыба вообще? Что это? Раптидон хед. Раптидон какой-то. Так, чуваки, я тут для вас такое намутил.
Look at that. The snake's come back.
Да.
I never thought I'd see the day that Reed Thompson abandoned his post. Suppose we all have a breaking point.
Шуруй в город.
Suppose it's time our flock made our way back to Edgewater. We must tend to what remains of the town and carry on with our lives as best we may. You're vexing to me, you know? Injuring us with one hand, helping us with the other. Here, I'm giving you something to leave us be. It's a
Уважительно.
ransom, you understand, not a reward.
Репутация ухудшена.
You're telling me you did all this just to put me in charge of Edgewater? Stranger, you are some kind of
Я
twisted.
ненормальный.
I might turn that old cannery into a garden. Got ourselves a whole cemetery
Я тебя
bursting
сейчас
with
убью
bodies.
здесь, если ты мне
I
будешь
need some
угрожать.
time to gather my personals. Long walk back to Edgewater. Got a considerable burden to carry.
Гнида. Я, между прочим, тебе помог. Так, дальний бой, защита. Так, технологии надо тоже качнуть. И общение. Применить. Способности. О, износ брони. Так, ну чё, все. Можно тогда по основному заданию. Карта тут не особо большая, поэтому прям сюда и пуньк. Так, ты со мной? Ты со мной отправишься, что ли? Не, ну если ты, конечно, хочешь.
Is this your ship? Oh my stars, she is just so handsome. Does she have a name yet? What's her drive model? Oh, gosh. Listen to me babbling. When I was in Edgewater, I dreamed of flying on a real ship, working on a real engine, belonging to a proper crew. I'm the only decent mechanic Edgewater's got, but every time I think of going back, I get this sinking feeling. Well, it's kind of you to say that.
Я не была счастлива.
And you're right.
Да,
I wasn't happy.
очки мне
I
твои
want to ask
нравятся.
you something, and you can say no. But can I come with you? I could tend to your engine. I know my G-valves from my catalyzers, and I can keep your ship singing. And if you ever need a pair of eyes watching your back, I can do that too. What do you think?
Давай.
Yes! I mean, thanks. You won't regret this, man.
Почему бы и нет?
Captain. I can call you Captain now. Ha! I got a captain. Okay, going quiet.
Да, тихо. Отправляемся. Так. Ты кают себе найди. Так, слушай.
Captain, I have detected that Edgewater's power supply is now optimal. I applaud your willingness to invest your time in the local community. What can I do for you, Captain?
Так, я нашел.
Do you know how to install a power regulator? Outstanding, Captain. Your aptitude for engineering will prove invaluable
Да?
in the event of another catastrophic engine failure. Our engine room is located behind you. Across the cargo bay, up the ladders.
Скоро вернусь. Так. Кто у нас тут? Где ты у нас теперь поселилась? Запечатано, запечатано. Выбирайся к эту
That was a
каюту.
good thing you did, Captain. Helping to bring the deserters and Edgewater folks back together.
Конечно.
I hope you rest well on that. He's just interested in fixing stuff. He always used to follow me around, asking me to explain what I was doing. Like a puppy, kinda. He never told me a word to that effect. And since he didn't, I didn't have to say nothing about being...
Кому нужны
feeling
неловкости?
different.
Да,
And
действительно.
nothing had to get weird. If he wants to learn about engineering, we should help him get those data pads he wants. I'd like to do that for him.
Ну, ладно. Так, где? Где-то тут. Вот тут. Умк. Страшно. А, нога моя.
What can I do for you, Captain?
Так я поставил регулятор.
All systems are operating within acceptable parameters. I am prepared to bring the unreliable into low-altitude orbit. This should prove an adequate test of our flight capabilities.
Полетели. Фига, какая скорость.
We have received a communication request from Dr. Phineas Wells. Based on my initial calculations of Dr. Wells's personality, that seems highly unlikely.
Aha, there you are. Hale and hearty, and captain of your own ship. I see you're putting the unreliable to good use. Shame about her former captain. Horrible way to die. How are you feeling, by the way? I lost track of you in that cave back there. Experiencing any, unnatural drippage? Perfectly normal side effect of thawing, I assure you. Oh, that, yes, that's probably permanent. I wouldn't worry about it, though. I'm sure you're fine. What you saw in Emerald Vale is happening all across the colony. Food shortages, lack of supplies, and basic necessities. We're dying. The chairman, the minister, and all their lackeys on the board are to blame.
Так а ты что ли хочешь
The Hope
делать?
has some of the brightest minds Earth ever sent us. If we can revive the Hope's colonists, they can help us undo the board's mistakes. They can help us set things right. You need to get to Stellar Bay on Monarch. I have contacts there. They'll help me, help us, find the chemicals to revive your fellow colonists. Gladys Kelly, lovely woman, runs a cozy little black marketing outfit on the Groundbreaker. She can get you a nav key to land on Stellar Bay. Gladys and I have been doing business for years. Her smuggling credentials are unimpeachable. If anyone can get you a key to Monarch, it's her. In theory, I suppose you could land your ship in Cascadia, and in theory, I suppose you might survive the experience. Cascadia is utterly seething with dangerous, highly aggressive creatures, more than capable of tearing you limb from limb. You'd have to be a lunatic to land in Cascadia, and I'm reasonably certain I tested your brain for incipient signs of insanity. Trust me, talk to Gladys Kelly.
А если я не хочу?
Without a skip drive, good luck. You'll be dead before you make it to the nearest star. Look, I admire your optimism, but the sad truth is you're stuck here. You, me, and the rest of this colony. We're all skating precariously around the edge of oblivion together. None of us are leaving Halcyon alive, so we may as well make it a better place, and we can start by reviving the Hope. Captains don't fly their own ships, you see. Your navigation terminal handles the, navigation. Think of a nav key as a set of flight instructions. The board's been confiscating nav keys for Stellar Bay, so we must rely on unconventional means of acquisition. Hence, Miss Gladys Kelly. Excellent. I'll send her a wireless. Let her know you're coming. By the way, I gave Captain Hawthorne a disguise apparatus of my own design, cutting-edge technology, years ahead of its time. I call it the Holographic Shroud. I'm sure it will prove remarkably useful to you. You'll find it in the captain's quarters.
Excellent. I'll contact you once you've found a way to get to Stellar Bay. If you have any questions, come see me in my lab. And remember, don't trust the board. They'll try to win you over with promises of wealth and power, but it's a lie. The board's only interested in filling their own pockets. If we don't put a stop to them, they're going to run this colony to the ground.
Transmission ended. If you are ready to depart, please select a destination on your navigation terminal.
Подожди. Так, начнем с того, что где-то в каюте капитана. Каюта капитана где? Здесь? О, я тут был, а я тут не был.
Is it time for your regular consciousness?
Так.
I so enjoy watching you sleep for hours on end, Captain. It's quite entertaining the way...
Следует для вас напарника завесу, который позволяет попасть в закрытые зоны, если у вас есть картридж с соответствующим удостоверением.
You drool and whimper.
Так. Так. Второй пилот второго пилота. Алекс Хоттон попроще второй пилот. Спасибо. О прошлом сообщении совсем забыл упомянуть. Вот же я дурачок. Я отправил тебе копию моего любимого сериала «Космические приключения стальной черной дыры». Это про одного хорошенького космического пирата со стальным сердцем. Правда. Коллеги сериал не одобрила, так что постарайся не показывать его своим космическим приятелям. Надеюсь, он порадует тебя во время путешествий. Любые совпадения с реальными людьми не случайны. Так. Окей. Что у нас тут? Спать. Поспать. Давай поспим. Отдохнем немножко.
I like what you've done with the place. Kitschy collectibles are such a human inclination.
О, комната. Ой, это что такое? Сэм. Окей. Фига штука такая. О, это, видимо... Это не петунья. Понятно. Современный стальной ключ и вы. На полях книги множество каракулей. Окей. Тут полно уникальных инструментов для узких задач. Копаясь в ящике, легко лишиться пальцев. Здесь много острых лезвий. Слишком тяжело. Угу. Поджарый пожилой мужчина с добрыми глазами. Фото отца Парвати. Так, окей. Тут пустые каюты. Так, а куда можно выложить вещички? Потому что тут толчок. Хорошо, давай-ка посмотрим, что я могу сделать, разобрать. Вот. Так, значит, тебя разобрать. Тебя разобрать, тебя разобрать. Разобрать. Починить. Пока не надо. Модифицировать. Установить модификацию. Давай плазменный будешь. Хорошо. Броня. Починить броню. Починить, да. Если ее починить, она будет столько же. Но мне сейчас что? Да, на мне это сломанная броня. Надо ее починить. А это разобрать. Хорошо. Модификация укрепленный. Вот этих у меня 2. Это у нас набор дипломата. Установим. Хорошо, дальше. Разобрать. Модифицировать. Стоп. Эти я использую, а остальные нет. Да, значит, разобрать. Разобрать. Зачем мне 2 кувалды? Зачем мне 3 кувалды? Все.
Yeah, so this is my hidey spot now. I was looking for a place that was quiet. I figured the kitchen would be louder than the hold, so here I am. Cozy-like, ain't it? That's in pretty good shape considering how hard Mr. Hawthorne ran it. It's a Yakita LHA 120, A2 model, I'm pretty sure. The Block 2 design scooshed in extra cargo space but didn't change the stock engines. Probably a touch underpowered, huh?
Accurate in all particulars. I conclude you are Edgewater's board-certified mechanic.
Fly-by-wire's pretty normal. Or leastways, that's what I read in the trades. I've never been on a real ship before. Hello! I am not a board-certified mechanic, but my dad was. He taught me all he knew. Do you understand?
Speech recognition is one of the many skills I have been programmed to simulate.
You're not simulating it, you're doing it! I asked a question and you answered it.
I am gratified you consider this facsimile convincing. I am at your disposal, Ms. Parvati. You will find the technical schematics in the engineer's locker, though I'm afraid Captain Hawthorne has lost the owner's manual.
I don't see any holes in the hull. I'll take a good squint at her, make sure everything's tip-top. But I think we're cooking with plasma torches. You can do that, you know. My dad taught me how to make grilled cheese sandwiches with a plasma torch. Mostly, yeah. I lived in the maintenance office near all my life. Mr. Thompson never let me forget how funny that was. He meant funny as in odd. It's not normal for anyone to do as their parents. You take a vocational test. That decides your schooling and your career. When I tested out for maintenance, everyone figured it was on account of my dad. They were real unhappy with us. Well, I'm good at making things work the way they ought. Not so much at doing such to somebody else's schedule. There's times I'm working deep in the guts of a loader, getting it all running perfect. Then I look up to see it's tomorrow, and I've blown another deadline. Anyhow, I was happy to get back home. I didn't care much for schooling. Yep, nothing much had changed. Everything was a little grayer, a little dirtier. Dad met me at the shuttle and gave me a big ol' hug. I noticed straight away that he was moving slower and stiffer. He made a little grunt when I squeezed. About a year. I tried to do more of the work so he could rest. His heart gave him pains. Dad never said that he loved me, you know? I knew on account of him showing it. How he'd stay up late to help with my projects or listen to my fretting. Oh gosh. Look at the time. Sorry to bend your ear so long. And I got so much to do before this ship's in decent shape.
Ну, ладно. Пойдем поговорим. Или что тут? Навигационный терминал, да. Нам надо на первопроходец. Заброшенный. Сциллы. Олимп, Монарх. Терра 2. Я сейчас здесь. Лаборатория Финеса. Полетели туда.
Arriving at Phineas's top secret orbital lab.
Ага. А высадиться можно? Я бы хотел высадиться. Давай тебя и возьмем. Ого.
Hello? Can you hear me?
Работает, работает.
Oh, damn it, blast, that's loud.
Так, а ты сам-то где? На корабле своем сидишь или где?
I'm just securing my ongoing experiments. And securing myself. Mind the mess. I haven't had a visitor since... in fact, I've never had a visitor.
Пухляк.
Oh, thank the law. Your skin hasn't spontaneously changed color. Potential side effect of the revival process. Very rare, but you never know. Right. Welcome to my little habitation, such as it is. I've got caffeinoids, cysty bits, if you're into that sort of thing. So, welcome. Make yourself at home. My secret hideout is your secret hideout.
Спасибо.
Not at all, my intrepid accomplice. I should thank you for tolerating my somewhat brusque manner. I only regret that I couldn't save more of your fellow settlers, what with being hunted by the board, and emptying my supply of necessary chemicals. Of course.
Ну-ка.
What's on your mind?
Почему ты прячешься?
Oh, it's not you. I do experiments in that room. Some of them get quite scientific. The unexpected is to be treasured, but from a safe distance. Regardless, it's quite comfortable in here, you know. I have my beans, have my caffeinoids, plenty of toilet paper. Absolutely. Let's talk.
Ты уже познакомился с моей
and I'm
командой?
trying very hard to avoid making eye contact.
Nice to meet you, Dr. Wells. I'm Parvati Holcomb.
Wait, not another word. I don't want to know your name. I don't want to know who you are. Let's just enjoy our plausible deniability while it lasts, shall we?
Чего? Какой-то ты
Why
неприветливый.
don't you just invite the entire colony to my secret, carefully concealed laboratory? It isn't as if I wanted privacy. Oh, fine. As long as you're vouching for their character and they aren't touching things.
Да, конечно.
For what it's worth, I am pleased that you found a crew, such as they are. I picked you out of the hope for your talents, after all. It's only natural that others would gravitate toward you.
Ты просто так рандомно, мне кажется, взял.
That's odd. I'm at least 65% certain my tone was sufficiently sincere. Perhaps the glass is distorting my voice. Must look into that. Of
Все.
I'll be here, as usual.
Ты меня задолбал. Посмотрим, что у тебя тут есть. Джок привлекает лучших инженеров, чтобы наши прибыли скрыли. Так.
Aha! I see you found my portable molecular compression device, better known as a shrink ray. Find a target, point, shoot. Your target will shrink down into a manageable size, whereupon...
В пюре. Давай-ка посмотрим.
I can't wait to leave this town, 'cause lately I've been feeling down. The cold nights just don't feel the same. Oh, like my life inside a car. Hit the button, drive real far. Put that